Groceries, where, the vegetable aisle, wear it to the soup aisle. Just wear it. It is stunning. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. All right, your budget pay. Let's talk budget pay. $93 down to $69.74. What a deal. What an absolute value. How many stones altogether? 76, 76, right? No, 76 and 18. 76 and 18, 94? I think that's 94 diamonds altogether. And the sparkle. The sparkle comes from the fact that it's a diamond, but the sparkle also really comes from the fact that that's just what diamonds do. And when you have a very experienced diamantier cutting every single one of those facets, they know how to use the geometry of facet placement to release all of the inherent sparkle that are just part of diamond's DNA. Okay, I'm going to leave this here because we've got a bundle and save. So the ring is going to be shop 2. The pendant chain combo is going to be shop 3, but there are only 3 of these. So if you want the bundle and save, you're going to have to grab this right now because it's only available for 3 people. And by the way, on the ring, if you want a size 6, we have 1. If you want a size 7, we have 2. If you want a size 8, we have 3. And if you want a size 9, we have 2 of them. And the rings are 1 full carat each one. Okay, we're going to move on to the pendant, but you can see that they are definitely sisters. And I'll take this off of my neckline so you can see that they are definitely the same silhouettes. Both 1 full carat total. And the thing about this, I think that you hopefully will appreciate, is the fact that they are so beautifully matched. Difficult to match fancy color diamonds because they are very rare, so you don't have a lot of them to go around, and that's why it can make matching these a big challenge. But you can see that they are exactly the same silhouette. Beautiful matching all the way across. So shop 2 on the ring and shop 3 on the pendant. We've gone from a budget pay of 93 down to 69 on the ring. Oh, and by the way, the yellow gold that you're seeing, the yellow gold is 18 karat yellow gold. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, 1 full carat on the ring, 1 full carat on the pendant. We've got a beautiful sterling and gold chain, 20 inches with a lobster claw clasp on the pendant as well. And this is one of those moments where, if I were going to buy the ring, let's say in a retail scenario, I were going to buy the ring and it was, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000. And I said, you know what? I just got my tax return back. I've been waiting forever. This is the year where I have a little window where it's going to be okay for me to sink that much money into a dream piece, because these are dream pieces. I would never, and I don't even know what the price would be at retail. I would never just say, okay, I'm going to get the pendant too. I'm not that shopper. But at Shop LC, I'm that shopper because every single piece has so much value put into it. 1 carat on the ring, 3 pendants to go around. The ring is $75 on the budget pay regular. When you type in shop 3, your budget pay goes to $56. But the bundle and save is what really makes a difference, okay? And you can get the Secure Shield program on both of those. So bundle and save for 3 of you and 3 of you only. And what that means is when you're shopping on the web, you come across pieces like this that are matching. They're the same silhouette, the same pattern, the same design. You can buy both of them at the same time, and we'll say, okay, we'll give you 10% off of both of them. But when you bundle and save and there's a live stream happening, guess what? You get 10% off of both of them, but you also get a 25% savings because now we're going to figure your live stream price based on the bundle and save. So let's see. And by the way, 3 of these only. So your budget pay on the pendant, it goes from $374. Your live stream price goes to $281, and your budget pay goes from $75 to $56. That's a lot of savings. So can you do the bundle and save math for me, Tyler?
Yes, ma'am.
Very low stock on these, and of course the chain is included. Let me just show you what that looks like. But just a really, really, really great deal. Okay. Now the ring is $464 any day of the week. The pendant is $374. You bundle and save. If you bought this one this week and this one next week, you would have spent $839. When you bundle and save and you get them both right now, you save 10%, which gets you down to $755.98, which is a great deal. You're getting 2 full carats of diamonds. But when you type in bundle and save and you add both of them to your cart right now, your price goes to $755.98, and then we're going to take $755.98 and take your 25% savings on top of the bundle and save. So instead of $755, your price goes down to $566 for both of them, which means your budget pay goes down to $113 and change, $113. Yeah, I know Mother's Day's passed, but why should you be saying thank you and I love you to Mom just one day of the week? Something new, something blue, you got it. You want to do this, ladies, as an update to your bridal set. You want to put this on your left hand and wear it as a wedding band. Wear it absolutely. There are no rules. There are no rules. You are only limited by the meaning and how you wear this by your own imagination. But I say that because these are really dream pieces. They're beautiful and so affordable and just so different. You know, you're going to see more diamonds in this 2 hours than you'll see in some stores, period. And we're going to get you to some really fantastic designs, so stick around. My name is Becky Booker. I'm a graduate gemologist. I'm a former diamond grading instructor at GIA. When they were still at the old campus in Santa Monica, they now have a brand new campus down in Carlsbad. And they are known as the place to get a jewelry education. So I'm very happy that I have that on my resume and I can share it with you today. All right, shop 2, shop 3, bundle and save. Your budget pay goes all the way down to $113, and that's interest free. So that gets you down to 12. That gets you down. That's less than $4 a day for some amazingly, beautifully spectacular diamond pieces. Any questions? How do you ship them to somebody? Any questions about financing? You want to use Apple Pay, you can't figure out how to make it work, just reach out to the personal shoppers. They're there, 888-835-2237. They'll help you get the deals. It's a really great thing. And you'll meet a personal shopper. They'll become your jewelry. They will become literally your personal shopper, not just customer service, but targeted customer service so that you have access to a jewelry professional who will make it make sense and help you find the pieces that are important to you and pieces that fit your budget. I love that. Something on your wish list, whisper it to your personal shopper. They're your jewelry whisperer. Okay, wardrobe change, drop earrings. I mean, guys, those are beautiful. All right, we're going to get to that in a second. But first, I love this kind of twin flame design because you have 2 elements in a beautiful wraparound band that are equal but separate. So the balance on that, even from across the room, is pretty spectacular. The meaning, of course, the twin flame is sort of like I found my person. I found my better half, my better half, my other half. You know, that it's sort of an homage to the ancient symbol of the yin and the yang, 2 parts, distinctively different, distinctively separate, and somehow the sum of them is far greater than the individual value of the individual piece. But these are just both beautiful. Now, this one has been pretty popular. So popular, in fact, that we only have 12 of these remaining. This is About 85, this is about 90 points or so in each one of these, about 95 points. The total carat weight here is about 1.9 carats. So each one of those elements is about 1 full carat. And they both have the same overall design. They have a beautiful grouping in the center, but they also have a beautiful diamond halo on the perimeter. Now these are lab grown diamonds, of course. They're going to be graded as G color, so very D, E, and F are colorless. D, E, F are colorless. G is the next color grade. Now here's a little industry tip for you. Anytime you're using stones that are 10 points or less individually, and they're well made, and you group them together in the face-up color, in the face-up position, so looking at them like this, they will very often be confused with D, E, or F. So they are very often giving you the look and feel of colorless diamonds, which is great because every color grade based on rarity has a different price point. You get rare, you get pricey. Okay, sometimes the compromise on finding the sweet spot that works for a budget is saying, you know what, I can come down a couple color grades. That looks okay. I like that. But man, you are not compromising here. You really are not. And diamonds are actually graded in today's world face down. So you don't even look at them from this angle to grade the color. You grade them upside down because you don't want to be distracted by the sparkle. You want to get to the true essence of what the color of the crystal is. And you can't see that until you don't look at the faceting, because the faceting is the sparkle factor. Okay. All right. Let's talk about value. 7 reviews altogether. Average over 7 reviews. Unsolicited, unpaid for, completely spontaneous reviews. The average of those reviews is 4.7 stars. Okay. But here's the thing. Right now, estimated retail for lab grown and lab grown, apples to apples, is about $1,800. Could be more in some places because of the look of this. Sometimes pieces that have a more distinctive look, a more exotic look, are more expensive. We call that the pretty tax. It's a thing. Your price on this today at Shop LC is $3.99 for almost 2 carats of ridiculous sparkle. Type in Shop 4 down below, all right, Shop 4, and guess what? It's your turn to rock the red carpet look. It's about time. You've waited patiently long enough. You scrimped, you saved, you put yourself last. It's time for you to take a turn on the red carpet with common sense and practicality and affordability. $3.99 is our everyday price on this. Type in Live 25 in your shopping cart. Drop in the size you need. We have 12 of these remaining. Drop it in your shopping cart and type in Live 25. I sometimes I'll type it in. I'll just type in Live 25 just because I want to see what the savings are. Okay, so tell me how much the savings are. It goes from $3.99 when you type in Live 25 down to $2.99. So you're saving $100 on top of a retail price that's going to be upward of in the realm of $2,000. Massive carat weight here, almost 2 carats. Type in Live 25. Your budget pay goes from $80 to $60. 5 budget pays, and you have saved $100 across all 5 budget pays, and you've locked in the live stream savings. It's a great deal. It's an incredible deal. It's an unbeatable deal on a truly, truly amazing opportunity. All right. My name is Becky Booker. I'm your downtown rock hound. I'm your diamond girl. You want to talk about diamonds. You want to talk about value. You want to make it make sense. I really do want you to understand what an incredible opportunity this is. No other generation in history, no other group of diamond shoppers have ever had this level of color and cut and clarity at just the common everyday consumer end of the bargain, of the spectrum. And it is an absolutely game changer, a game changer. We're going to be doing the bracelets coming up. We've got some massive additional rings coming up. But in the meantime, let me just show you this one. What event are you planning where you need to own the room? Own the room. I know. Listen, we spend a year getting ready to go to that wedding or that reunion, that place where you want to walk in and you want heads to you don't want heads to turn. You want them snapping. You want snapping. It's okay. It's a good thing. All right. We're going to do these beautiful dangle earrings next, everybody. And seriously, if you have, Marlene, thank you. If you own lab grown diamonds, please let me hear from you, because I really think they're an amazing value. It really is a game changer. And Marlene, let me know if you're part of the Shop LC VIP family as well on Facebook. It's a great way to meet people that are of a like mindset and just get, not the hype of the sales presentation, but just a real honest to goodness, let's talk about it kind of look and feel. So I love that. Okay. Earrings. What do you do? How hard is it to create a fancy earring or a beautiful earring or a different earring or distinctive earring? Actually, it's quite a challenge. And I think we step up to that challenge quite well here at Shop LC. But there are just some things, when you see them on a page, they sort of take your breath away. But then when you get them home and you open the packaging, oh my goodness, talk about serious, take your breath away. Now, I've got the pear shapes here in the studio. I think those are the pear shapes. Yeah. I have the pear shapes here in the studio. Actually, let me be real. I have the pear shapes in my ears, okay? But when you type in live Shop 5, when you type in Shop 5 down below, and you get to this item on the Shop LC website, you're going to see that there are actually 3 different shapes. So there's a cushion cut, there's a pear shape, and I think there's a round as well. You'll see the choices, and you can make your choice when you get to the Shop LC website. But you're never going to get those choices if you don't get on the stick right now. So type in Shop 5. We have 21 pairs in the pear shape, okay? I think that's right. Oh, no. Okay, we have 6 in the cushion, we have 4 in the oval, and we have 11 in the square. Are these ovals? Okay, that might be oval. It's the shape of the center stone I'm seeing. Okay, the shape of the center stone. 21 pairs across all the sizes. I'm going to tell you the truth. You may have a preference for one shape or the other. You could close your eyes and pick any of these and just be blown away by these when you open these. And just get ready for the compliments, because they are going to pour in. They are beautiful pieces. All right, let's get silly. Are you ready? 23 pairs. Nope, 21 pairs altogether. And you got to go. Honey, you got to get on this, okay? Your price on these at retail, about $3,200. Now, your carat weight here is a carat 10. All right, a carat 10. Shop LC price on these is $399. When you type in Shop 5, okay, Shop 5, and you get to the website, drop your preferred shape into the cart, okay, drop it in your shopping cart, and watch your savings, because the 25% is going to add up big time. You go from $399 down to $299. So your budget pay goes from $80 down to $60. And I'm just going to go ahead and put on this little treasure. I mean, there is just something so... and I've seen it at retail as, helping people buy things at retail. This is one of those things where I have to tell you, just don't put it off. I mean, these are prices and styles and varieties now that are really, really lovely. This is not the moment where you stop and you put it off, okay? Because these are just always amazing. And as time goes on, these are pieces that you're going to look at and you're going to really, really always be mesmerized by the practicality of this purchase. But at the same time, they just kind of take your breath away. I mean, look at how beautiful that is. That's incredibly rich, incredibly beautiful. The center stone, the side stones, you've got a double halo. They are blinding. And that's not just from the color and the clarity. You don't see a single characteristic in these. There are no eye visible inclusions in these. You just don't see that. And that's really the game changer. And I'm going to say it again. I'm not anti-luxury, but I am very, very, very excited when my humble little, personal budget can now afford this look, because I've been in this industry for a long time. And, if these were going to be in platinum and earth fine diamonds, they are probably an item that I would always admire, but never be able to have in my collection, because there are other things. You have the other things, the must-haves of life, the other must-dos of life. This is no longer unattainable. This is no longer the thing that you just dream about. We are now at Shop LC with luxuriant lab-grown diamonds just in time to make beautiful diamond dreams come true. You no longer have to wait until tomorrow. You can say yes today. Say yes today, my friends. Put these in your shopping cart. This is going to be shop 5. Pick the size that you want. The budget pay goes down to $2 a day. And if you get these home, you have a full 30 days to say, okay, the deal's off. I'm going to send it back. Thanks, but no thanks. That's okay. But you really, again, I can't stress it enough. You don't understand the incredible magnitude of the beauty and the sparkle of these until you get them home. It's like pick your luxury retailer. It's like walking in there with just, let me call my accountant and we'll cut you a check. Here's my gold card. Here's my platinum. Here's whatever the fanciest card or the fanciest credit card company is. Here's my card. They're beautiful. All right, now, is this going to be a bundle and save with the pendant? Am I seeing that correctly?
It might be.
Personal shoppers, my friends. 888. Marlene says, shop 4. Yes, well done, my friend. Beautiful. Marlene is going in. Yeah, that's it. Listen, if you got that ring, please post that on the Shop LC VIP page, my friend, because I want to see that on your hand.
And it looks like it's going to be a bundle.
Oh, yay! I get really excited about bundle and save because we don't have that option when we're presenting on TV. You have to buy the earrings and then you have to go back and buy each piece individually. You don't get that option. So, my friends, you're getting some perks. You're getting some specials. You really are. 888-835-2237. If you get kind of crossways in the bundle and save option, reach out to the personal shopping team. 888-835-2237. First of all, across the room, I mean, ta-da. Ta-da. It's gorgeous. And this one it says radiant cut, but I'm thinking that looks like an Asher cut. You know what? Just get them home. Because normally a detail like that would just make me crazy, I'm going to tell you right now, doesn't matter. Because you're getting premium quality cutting. And that's because the price of the rough material, when it comes out of that laboratory grown environment, that controlled scientific environment, the cost of that is less than the cost of earth mined rough. Why? Because you have to move 1,000,000 carats of kimberlite to get 1 carat of rough. 1,000,000 carats. And it's not like moving 1,000,000 Legos from the living room back to the kids' room. It's not like that. I'm talking major equipment. Did you know, Tyler, that in most cases when a piece of heavy equipment rolls into the site of a diamond mine, it never leaves that site?
Wow.
It's there forever. I'm talking about earth moving machines and dump trucks that have tires that are 6 feet tall. The scope of just the equipment to recover the diamond bearing ore is monstrous expensive. That's one of the reasons that these are such a great deal, because the recovery aspect, you're not paying over and over and over for infrastructure. You've got a very straightforward, very clean, very simple, very reliable process of creating these in that controlled environment. And you start out with rough that is grades and grades and grades and grades above what is the typical commercial quality diamond. Diamonds are a mineral. I mean, they're valued in the world of cutting and polishing as the best cutting and polishing materials out there. Only 20% of earth mine diamonds even qualify to be considered gemstones. But the shift is about 25% versus 75% when you're looking at what has inclusions that you can see with your naked eye versus what you can't see. And that's the big deal, because you are not going to see any inclusions in these. None. Zip. Nada. Nothing. So the cut is important, because the cut here, every single one of these is premium cut. Every single one of these looks like it's a Belgian cut diamond. I mean, they look absolutely on fire. The tailoring, the cutting, whatever you want to call it, we call it the make. The make is beautiful. Somebody who understands the geometry of putting the facets all together. And we're going to take that, all those facets, all that sparkle, and we know how to put together a deal that saves money and gives you a gorgeous experience. So we just did the earrings. Those were shop 5. The pendants, which match, are shop 6, and you can now do a bundle and save. The pendants, if I saw that for $3,800 and I knew that the color was GSI, I'm just like, okay, I can totally get that, because you're looking at about 1.7 carats, so 1 3/4 carats. That is a hefty, hefty diamond weight, okay? But $3,800 at retail or $534 at Shop LC. Same. We get rid of all the middlemen. We get rid of the hype and the noise and the chatter. And we get down to practicality and value, because we know that we can hit the mark on practicality and value. We know that you're going to be able to add all the romance, all the love, all the emotion that makes it work for you. We don't have to build that in. We don't have to hype you up on that. You've got that on your own. Let's make it practical so you can do that thing. $534.99, 5-star review. Your budget pay goes from $107 at $534 down to $80 at $401. So $401 is your live 25 savings, and that gets you 5 payments, all interest-free, of $80. Yes, I'm excited about these. Yes, I want you to own them. I want you to love them, because you're living in a whole different era, These are things that are going to shape your family's jewelry collection going forward, because they're beautiful. Why do you buy something in the first place? The first place you buy it because it's beautiful, it's delightful, you love it, you love the idea of you wearing it, you can see yourself wearing it, you can feel yourself wearing it, or you can see yourself giving it. You can feel the excitement and the love and the power of giving such a wonderful, beautiful, important thing. And then you look at the price tag and you go, oh, well, okay, never mind. I've been, on both sides of the counter in that experience. And whether it's me presenting jewelry or whether it's me shopping for jewelry, the oops, I can't afford it moment is never pleasant. It's always unpleasant, because it's the symbol of a dream shattered. It's the symbol of, you just kind of feel, well, what am I going to do? And then you go to the next best. Okay, well, I guess I'll take that one. It's not your first choice. It's not the thing that you wanted. It's one thing that lit you up in the first place. And yet, almost every single time, because it doesn't fit your budget, you settle, you compromise. Listen, you come on into the Shop LC family, that's over. You shop with me as your diamond downtown rock hound, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that your future sparkles with diamonds. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that every minute counts, every moment counts. And I really want you to realize that I had to compromise thing that ends today when you become a Shop LC family member. And it's so easy. Just set up your account. It's not like you have to pay dues every year, okay? But you get an incredible deal always. And there are always extra perks, extra values, so many ways that you can save, and just so many wonderful choices. The personal shopping team can help you out, 888-835-2237. But you can bundle and save these as well, okay? So keep the personal shopper number handy, because when you bundle and save, and I don't think we have the ring here, do we? I don't think we do.
I don't believe so, no.
We don't have the ring, but there is a ring available in the bundle and save, okay? So you can talk to the personal shoppers about that. Now, let's just do the earring pendant combo. Can we do that?
Yes.
$3.99 on the earrings, okay, and $5.34 on the pendant. And that gets you about 4 carats of beautiful diamonds, okay? When you do just those two, you would be at $9.34. So if you bought these this week and you come back and you buy these next week, you'll have spent $9.34. When you get them both right now, the earrings and the pendant, you're down to $8.41. So you get 10% off both. But that's where it gets really, really great, because you can take the bundle and save price of $8.41 and then type in live 25, and you should do it just to see how good it feels. Okay, $8.41 goes down to $6.31. Yeah, your budget pay goes down to $126. How about that? $126, and you get both the pendant and the earrings. Okay, and they match. They match. They're beautiful. Again, this is the kind of thing that you would expect to see celebrity red carpet. I mean, this is the kind of thing that says, yeah, I know a diamond dealer in New York, and I had them make the pieces for me. They have that personality, and you should have that personality as well. I mean, gosh, this is a moment, my friends. You have to grab this moment while it lasts, because it's just an unbelievable deal. Unbelievable deal. They're really, really lovely diamonds, and they're such a great value. They're such a great price. I mean, there's still kind of a novelty out there in the world of retail, so you're seeing big price points. You're seeing thousands of dollars for lab-grown diamonds. When you want an honest to goodness, can you just spare me the hype and get me the details deal? This is where you come. Okay, so I'm so happy that you're shopping with me today. Thank you so much. Live 25, the prices are good for 48 hours. So please come on in and grab them. And remember, questions, personal shopper, have any difficulty in closing out your carts? The personal shopping team is there, 888-835-2237. So please do not hesitate. There's just no time to waste. These deals are just so amazingly good. Okay, coming up next, we've got a beautiful solitaire. We actually have a loose diamond ring in the show. The loose diamond. We've got one gentleman's piece. But coming up next, we've got a solitaire that is just wowzers. Wow, wow, wow. Probably one of the most iconic silhouettes when you're talking about diamonds. Diamonds have been used as engagement rings for quite a while now, so it's kind of a modern classic. But this one is a carat 50, so it's not just a quarter of a carat. Most engagement rings in the U.S., when you're talking about, diamonds, they're going to weigh in at about a quarter carat. That's just how it is. Why? Because that's where you really start to see an important level of sparkle. You notice the size, maybe a third of a carat, maybe a half of a carat. But this one is really beautiful. It's 1.5 carats, so 1.5 carats. This one is going to be shop 7. This one is H to I. This parcel are all VS, so they'll be VS1 or VS2, and they'll be H or I color. And again, if you're looking at a stone in the world of regular retail that has an I color, you are probably going to notice a little bit of a tint there. But because these are so beautifully cut, just look at how important that looks. It's just an amazing value. When you look at this, all you see is the legendary brilliance and dazzle of diamond. You see that white fire, you see that beautiful flash, you see that incredible brilliance, because that's what diamonds do. And they're a 10 on the Mohs scale, so they do have a lot of beautiful polish. We call that the luster of the diamond. And you can see, I'm just going to flash the surface. Look at that. You get the beautiful window pane flash from the table, and you get all the dispersion and fire and the twinkle from the surrounding facets. This one is set in, and here's what's wonderful. A look like that, if you're going to see this set in white metal, if I've been doing this for a long time, if I saw this on somebody's hand out in the world of retail, I would still think platinum. I would look at that and think, that's a $15,000 ring. It just has all of the visual attributes. And I've been looking at diamonds for decades. Okay, so fascinated by them just as beautiful minerals, but still there is just something, at least for me, that little 6-year-old captivated by a sparkling piece of quartz. There's just something just so iconic about that look. And carat and a half, I've seen a lot of carat and a half diamonds where they were eye visible inclusions because the person wanted a larger stone. And maybe they weren't so concerned about eye visible characteristics. They weren't concerned about visible color. They weren't concerned about how well it was cut. The biggest factor for that consumer was, I want something a little bit larger and more noticeable in the size. Perfectly great. You find where your budget fits in the 4 C's. The thing that's so amazing about this is this gets over to a level of rarity for the color and rarity for the cut and rarity for the clarity that is just remarkable. That's why when I tell you, is that really the right price on this?
Yes.
Lab grown on this, a lab grown diamond with similar attributes at retail, I think conservatively three or $4,000. Some places will put a higher price point on there because there is no such thing as MSRP. It's whatever a person wants to ask and whatever a person agrees to pay. That's how this industry works. And very often you buy it first and foremost because of how it looks and how the look of it fits into the memories that you're planning to make. And that's a nice way of saying, if it's an engagement ring, you will very often buy into the notion that you have to spend several months' salary to get a good one. And I'm using good in quotes, okay? Our everyday price on this in sterling silver is $534. I mean, did we forget to put a 3 or a 4 in front? It seems like it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Tyler, if you saw this out and about on a young lady's hand, what would you think?
That it's a beautiful solitaire. I think she would look stunning with it.
I just look at this and my eyes glaze over and I think, holy cow, dollar signs. I just go, cha-ching. That was
that too.
I'm like, I would.
She's buying dinner.
She's buying dinner. I would look at this and, I am such a curious. I'm such a curious gal. I would just immediately strike up a conversation, and I would say, "Oh my gosh, your ring is so lovely," and sooner or later, Tyler, I would get down to the nitty gritty of where did you buy it and how much did you pay, because I want to know. I really do. It's all I can do to not pass out my business card at places where I'm seeing other people shop. Psst, hey, here's a better deal. Psst, follow me for the true deals. Let me teach you about diamonds. But $534.99 is our everyday price on this one. 4.7 average stars, 3 reviews in sterling silver. You don't ever have to apologize for this being sterling silver because it's incredibly gorgeous. Right now, the budget pay is $107, which is, to say that ain't bad is just like crazy understatement, but that is amazing. When you type in Live 7, this goes into your shopping cart. By the way, we have 11. That tells you how important this is. Get it while you can. We have 11 of these. Your budget pay goes from $107 to $80. So that's a $27 savings times 5, because you save on every single budget pay. $27 you save on the budget pay. And you walk away with a carat and a half, an absolutely exquisite gem. And your price goes from $534 to $401. That's yes. I mean, I want to do the happy dance. I mean, look at the setting on that. And you see how small this table is? These are cut very similar to what we would call the Tolkowski American Ideal. They're almost on the mark. That means you get a smaller table. You get higher crown angles. I'm talking about diamond geometry now, and I get it that you may not get that, but that's the magic of the geometry of facet, shape, size, and placement, and that is where the fire begins. The fire is inside the diamond, but it's only released when a diamond cutter is given carte blanche to just make it as pretty as you can make it. Just make it as pretty as you can make it. That's what you get. That at regular retail in today's marketplace, in any market, with any store, with any brand, with any label, in any city, that is not $534. That is an incredible value. And this is another one of those moments where I want you to step up and drop Live 25 in that cart. I want you to get this home, add the Secure Shield to it so that you've got 2 years of worry-free wear, and then just put it on your hand to wear it. Just get it home on approval, okay? Get it home on approval. Because ladies, oof, I wish this was in my size, but it's not. But oh my gosh, my goodness. And we have loose diamonds as well. So if you're thinking about a certain design, many of you are very creative, you're very talented designers and stylists in your own right. You've got lots of creative ideas. Share those ideas with our design team and they'll make that piece for you. Personal shoppers can give you all the details. 888-835-2237. All right, that one was crazy, Tyler. I mean, from $107 to $80 on budget pay, and it's interest free. There's no secondary short-term financing here. It's just friends helping friends buy beautiful jewelry. I love it. Yay! Okay, coming up next. Now, this one is interesting because I'm just going to leave it in the box. Can I just leave this in the box, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this one has got its own item number, okay? This one is something called a radiant cut. And this one is going to be E color. So it is D, E, or F. And, oh yeah. All right. Can you show the picture of the certificate? We're going to see if we can. Well, I don't have it here in the studio, but if you'll give me just a second, I'm going to see what we can do. This one weighs in at 1.5 carats. It's E color and it's VS2. Yeah, that's why I sit. That's why I sit, because this chair is taller. The chair is taller. Okay. Now, what I love about this is that these stones are so beautifully cut that the camera lens actually sort of captures the magic of this cut. So you can see in several different angles. Now you might be saying, well, what the heck is a radiant cut? The radiant cut is really interesting because for a long time it was a patented cut. So if you weren't the company that created the radiant cut, you couldn't cut it. In today's world, that patent has expired, so you're going to see many diamond cutters who now do a very similar cut. On the grading report, it's probably not going to be called a radiant cut because that's a trade name. It may say modified octagonal brilliant. And that's because this really is an octagon. You can see that it's got cut corners. So the overall shape is kind of like an emerald cut, right? Because it's got the cut corners. And that's the, oh, thank you so much. Yes. That's the starting point for this cut. It was a diamond cutter who said, you know what? I want to see if I can figure out how to make an emerald cut a little bit more brilliant. I want to change the light return. I want to see how a customer sees this stone. And so what happened, you can see all these little long facets. If you look at those facets individually, they're shaped like long, skinny kites. And then this facet has to find a sister facet on the top. So you have to, again, make all of those facets. That pattern has to make sense for the light to move through the diamond. Now here's where it gets crazy. These are graded. So we bought these as a parcel. So we got a certain number of lab-grown diamonds that are going to be in the range of 1.5 carats. These are individually graded. That means if you look at this, it's called a certificate. That's kind of like the common lingo. But this is really and truly called a grading report. It's called a certificate, or a cert for short, but it means grading report. Here's the cool thing. These are done by a company that's just wall-to-wall diamond grading geeks, gemology nuts, rock nerds, whatever you want to call us. We just love getting geeky when it comes to the details. And this from IGI and GIA are the top 2 companies in the world who are known for their extremely consistent and precise ability to grade stones. Now, this is going to have a grading report. I'm going to turn this backwards. It's going to be right here, and it's going to say LG for lab grown. So it's not the same LG as your washing machine. Okay? Not. It stands for lab grown. I love it because you get full disclosure from the beginning. Now, this little report, this one says 634494826. That number, I'm gonna blow your mind, Tyler. That report number is laser inscribed on the girdle of this stone. Did you know that?
That I did not know.
Yes. This is your pedigree for this diamond. Any other radiant cut stone in this parcel is going to have its own report number, and its own individual certificate, report, pedigree. Yes, these are graded then individually. This one, it says 1.5 carats because we have to give you a range. This one is 1.58 carats. So instead of taking the per carat price and multiplying it times, let me just give you an example. Okay. Let's just say that this is $10,000. Okay, $10,000. $10,000 times per carat times 1.5 carats is $15,000. $10,000 times 1.58 is $15,800. So you're getting that 80 points extra, not charging a penny extra, because we have batched these according to the average weight of the parcel, which is 1.5 carats. That in and of itself is remarkable, because I don't know anybody else that does that. In addition to that, on your report, you're going to have something which we call a plot or a diagram, and you'll literally see how the facets all fit together, okay? So you'll see this, and this is what I'm talking about. Now you can see the facet arrangement of the pattern, the pattern of the facets. And you'll see that there will be this little diagram, and it'll have little red markings, or it might have little green markings. This is what we call the diamond grading plot. So somebody has sat down at a microscope and graded this and said, this is where the characteristics are. They have literally given you a visual roadmap of what this stone looks like on the inside. And you know why that's teeny tiny? That's teeny tiny because these have an incredibly rare clarity grade. These are graded at VS, VS2, E-color, colorless. The most rare color grades out there. And look at that. That is gorgeous. When you go back, and here's what I want you to do, just for your own education purposes, just for DIY, do it yourself and type in Shop 8 and get yourself over to the Shop LC listing for this one and go through each of these little thumbnails and look at that grading report. And remember, the grading report, the certificate number is literally etched on the girdle of each and every stone. Amazing. Let's talk about pricing. Oh, and by the way, if you wanted to send a loose stone into IGI to be graded, it would be $600, $700, $800. So you're looking at a level of technological analysis that, first of all, it's one of the best in the world, and secondly, it's expensive. So let me just say that. Let's talk practicality. After all that, and this is where it makes no sense for me, as starting off as where I did as a diamond grader, as a diamond grading instructor, makes no sense to me until you think common sense, lab grown. You think once in a lifetime opportunity. You think this is it. I mean, a process that's so clean, so straightforward, so reliable, and just so filled with wonder and joy and love and value. Let's do it. Shop 8. You get yourself over to the Shop LC website. This one is listed at $669. Drop it in your cart. Drop it like it's hot. And when it drops into the cart and you type in Live 25, your budget pay goes from $134 down to $100. So it's a $34 savings. We only have 16 of them though. It's a $34 savings on each one of those 5 budget pays. Just to tell you that it's 1.5 carats, that it's VS2 and it's E-clarity, E-color. And then you go, oh, by the way, it's $670. Never. You know, I've been into, I every once in a while, I will have a Saturday afternoon where I'll just troll through all the pawn shops that specialize in jewelry looking for a bargain. Once upon a time, I found a 1 carat ruby and I paid $25 for it. Those days are kind of gone because most people are very sharp and savvy on the grading now. But even if in a pawn shop where you're looking at something previously used that's full of all sorts of freckles and speckles and salt and pepper, I would never expect 1.5 carats to go for $700. Never, ever. It's not at today's price on natural diamonds. It's the wild, wild west, my friends, and you are right on time for incredible value. But you have to get them now. You have to type in Shop 8 down below and see for yourself. The grading report is included. You're going to get the grading report, and if you are good with magnifying, if you've got magnifying at home or you're good with the jeweler's loop, look for the grading report etched on the girdle of your diamond, and that's how you know this is always and forever your special diamond. Oh my gosh, it gives me goosebumps. I don't know. I just think it's like a glitch in my wiring. Is it a glitch in my wiring, Tyler? I don't know. All right. Coming up next, Shop 9, and this is a classic band. Look at this. Now, this is one that you might want to buy one size up. Anytime this is wider than 4 millimeters. And 4 millimeters is only going to be about maybe like 1/8 of an inch. Anytime it's wider than 4 millimeters, which is this width right here, you might want to go up a size so that it fits you. But that's hot, y'all. This is Shop 9, We have 6, 7, and 8 on the sizes, but this one is decked out with 2¼ carats. Now, everyday price on this one is probably going to blow your mind because it's 2 carats and it's the same size all the way around. So I'll just show you really quickly. So it's the same size. And let me give you a measurement just so you know. The size here is going to be about, ½ an inch. This is a powerhouse look. For those of you who love a big, wide, chunky band, wow. Now, this one is done in sterling silver with 2.25 carats. That means your regular price on this is $584 here at Shop LC. It's on clearance, okay, for the last 6 on clearance for $497. When you type in Shop 9 down below and you go to the website and you drop it in your cart, your price goes from $497 to $372. That means your budget pay goes from $99.45 down to $74. That is not a $74. None of these looks are anywhere close to what you would expect to pay for retail. And these are all really, really exquisitely made pieces. I hope that you love every detail of this. These are no compromise pieces. The workmanship is top level on these. They are just gorgeous. And if you own our luxuriant lab-grown diamonds, drop a comment below, say hey, say hello, or also please make sure that you'll go back to the Shop LC VIP page so you can see just how exquisite these are. They are just gorgeous, my friends. They are seriously, they are absolutely amazing. Hang on one second here. Okay. They're gorgeous. We're going to be moving on. We're going to be moving and grooving through the rest of the collection here. Coming up next, we have a gorgeous tennis necklace. And this is one of those pieces that is just the epitome of the wow factor going on, because this is a tennis necklace, which is about a three-quarter fit. So you only have stones that are going to go to about right here. And then behind that, you've got this gorgeous kind of flat cable chain, which will go behind your neck. And what that does is it allows us to bring all of the diamond weight forward so that it's facing forward. And that means that you get larger diamonds. We could have done this with the same carat weight, but the diamonds would be smaller. They would be the disappearing. You wouldn't see the ones back here. Sometimes you say, you know what? I just want them all to show facing forward. That's okay. This is Shop 10. Shop 10. And we have one of these. We have one of these. Okay. Come on in and get these in sterling silver, rhodium on top of that. All together, just a beautiful piece, finished off with the lobster claw clasp. Now, here's the thing. Shop LC, estimating that the retail on this would be about $4,500. You have 4 carats of diamonds, 4 carats. Our price every day is $864.99, which is a budget pay of $173. Okay, $173. Type in Shop 10, put it in your cart. There's one. Then you type in Live 25, and your price goes from $864 to $648. And check out that budget pay. It goes from $173 all the way down to $129. Yowza. Wowza. That is gorgeous. Beautifully done all the way around. And seriously, lobster claw clasp on the back. I mean, whatever that event is that you're planning, this is a dance the night away diva necklace, and it's just beautiful. And it's not a bit over the top. I mean, I love the way that it's this gorgeous kind of classy, sophisticated silhouette, and it's still not a bit overdone. It's just really, really gorgeous. I'm so glad that you finally have choices when it comes to adding beautiful diamonds and incredible values to your collection. All right, coming up next, this one is a classic for sure. Now, this one is going to be done in 14 karat white gold. We have 2 sizes. We have size 4 and size 8, and you can tell that this is definitely the size 4. You'll notice, too, in the collection that we started adding a few extras that are the more petite sizes at 4 and 5. This one is beautiful. This one is actually made in 14 karat white gold. And because of all of the crazy things happening in the world of gold right now, 14 karat white gold is kind of a rare one. So if that is speaking to you, I want to encourage you to get it right now. First of all, this is done with ovals, and really, really gorgeous. You have 5 ovals altogether, and the carat weight here is massive. It's 2.5 carats. So again, a certain richness that you would never do. In the world of regular retail, this was going to be a big challenge. And you know why? It's going to be a big challenge because it would be really, really difficult to find 5 ovals that have that level of matching. Ovals can have a tremendous amount of variety. It's a very forgiving shape. The rough tends to be a little bit more of a variety. And so the cutter has a little bit more artistic freedom in making stones that are just as pretty as they can be. And that means that it's really difficult to make ovals match. They might actually have the same dimensions, but because of the cutting synchronicities of inconsistencies from one to the other, they don't always look the same. But these are perfectly matched. They're gorgeous. Let's talk about it because there are 4 remaining. Shop 11. Type it down below. Go and look at how this looks. I mean, look, you can see. I mean, you don't have to know a single thing about cutting diamonds or shopping for diamonds or grading diamonds. And you can just see that even on the tips, the sparkle here is just all the same. It'll say lab grown in the band. You'll know forever and always that those are lab grown diamonds. If you're looking at this in 14 karat white gold and that carat weight, and you're talking about GVS color for color and clarity, expect, $10, $15, $20,000. I mean, that's just the nature of it. Okay. Your price at Shop LC originally was $17.34, but we only have 4. We want to mark them down. We want to clearance them out. There's 4 remaining. Your price on clearance is $14.74.74. There's a lot of 4s in there. Type in Shop 11, get it in your cart. Then you type in live 25. And your price goes from $14.74 to an instant 25% savings, which means it goes down to $11.06. $11.06. And then here's where it adds up on the common sense part of it. $2.94 for the budget pay, or how about $2.21? You have locked in a massive savings on every single budget pay, and you still have a 30-day window, and it's still in 14 karat white gold. I am really the proponent of finding what works for each individual person. Sterling silver is an amazing value. Sometimes you want things that are a little bit more elevated. Sometimes you want them to be in gold. And if that's the case, this is still the place for you to make it happen now. This is not the wait around place. We sell out a tremendous amount of items every single day. If you're buying this for your collection now, if you're buying this and putting this away for that once upon a time future moment, gentlemen, ladies, this is just a real time saver, because every single piece that you get from us is so amazingly reliable. So you don't have to worry about that. We've taken care of it. And look at the timeless aspect of that. I mean, that is a style that is always going to be in style. That is a once upon a time item. This is when I finally pay off the car, when the kids are out of school, when everybody's braces are paid for, this is that moment where you say to yourself, I don't have to wait. This makes sense now. And you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee on these. So there's really no worry here. We want you to be happy. We're not going to risk you as a customer with something that's crazy and nonsensical. The main goal, we want to be your family jeweler. Not just for you, but maybe for generations to come. That would be amazing. It's a business of joy. It's a business of celebration. So for us to be able to sort of like ride the wave of the future and get you incredible deals like this, that's an amazing gift. So thank you if you're gonna get in on that. And why wouldn't you? I mean, the time is definitely now. Okay, now we've got one. We gave you just the 5-stone ring with the ovals, but are you ready now for a little bit of sort of timeless, old world, classic sophistication? Are you ready for it? Can you handle it? I don't know. I get crazy. I don't know. I just get crazy for these, Tyler. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Hello. That's the one we just had. So please don't wait. 2 sizes available. But you know what? If you're thinking, well, I'm not a size 4, I'm not a size 8. Call Personal Shopper and ask them about your options for getting things sized. You might be really, really surprised. 888-835-2237 for the personal shopping team. Okay. Now we're going to go back to do a. Let's see. Are we doing the line bracelet now?
Yes.
Okay. Now. Okay. So here we go. And I apologize, guys. The description is going to say lobster claw clasp, but it's not. This is an insert locking clasp with 2 safety closures, and I'm going to show you the details up here. So just disregard the little typo there, and I apologize for that. But again, beautiful, and you're going to get to see every single aspect when you go back and look at the thumbnails. Does this have a grading report with it? I don't think it does. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay. Does it? I'm not sure. We're checking. Now.
No.
Okay. Here's the thing about this one. Absolutely gorgeous, first and foremost. And you've got a combination of stones, which just give you the razzle and the dazzle. And these, look at that. Yeah, I've been wearing that all morning, guys. These are really, really gorgeous. This is in 925 sterling silver. And I believe we have this in 3 sizes. Okay, so walk into any jewelry store that I know of and say, show me that diamond tennis bracelet, and then say, oh, well, do you have this in a different, like shoe shopping, for goodness sakes. No, it doesn't have, oh, we can add some links. Oh, we can remove some links. Oh, well, how much is that going to cost me? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, first of all, it has a hidden clasp. It has a box clasp, and it goes in just like that. Okay, just like you would expect. Very straightforward. And here's the thing about this. I'm going to try to show you the closure on this, because this is a solid piece with the clasp that has a piercing. So you get a really strong clasp on this. And then if it weren't for the clasp itself, you would never even see that clasp if it weren't for the locking on it. Let me just get that there. Because look at that. Even the clasp is finished off with diamonds. So, I mean, if you have to, if you're going to wear camo, right? Let it be diamond. Let it be diamond camo. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, you're going to find each one of those sizes when you type in shop 12. Okay. So this number is going to get you to all sizes. This is going to be right around 5 carats or so. And you got it in 6.5, 7 1/4, and 8 inches. Okay. So incredibly beautiful. Insert clasp. Just the razzle and the dazzle on this thing is just so pretty. These are going to be average E to F color, VS clarity, and that's just way overkill for what most jewelers are going to put into a bracelet. And again, you're talking about starting from a much better vantage point with color and clarity when it comes to lab-grown diamonds, and that's what it's all about. It's giving you and me, I'm including myself in that, as the average or below average consumer. It's giving us on a silver platter, literally, a quality of diamonds that have never been attainable for us as just folks who live on a budget. And I love that. Okay. About 5 carats total. There may be a little variation between the 6.5 and the 8 inch bracelet, because this is an all around piece. Okay. And free shipping on everything in the show. This is no exception to that. So beautiful on that. In the world of retail, guys, maybe $11,000, $12,000. Who knows? I mean, all bets are off when you're talking about this color and clarity. 3 perfect 5-star reviews, by the way. When you type in shop 12 and you put your size in your cart, and then you type in live 25, your price goes from the shop LC price of $1,464 down to $1,098. So just from the get-go, you're saving about $300. And I'm giving you round numbers. But you type in live 25, your budget pay goes from $293 to $219. That's my kind of math. And it's not that weird kind of outlet mall shopping where you buy 4 and you get 20% off the fifth one, or you get half off the fifth one. You get that savings. You get that extra Live 25 savings on every single budget pay. Every single budget pay, period, gets the 25% savings. So yeah, that's an incredible, beautiful opportunity. And the workmanship on this, I mean, you run your finger along the edges, along the base. You don't look at it. You just look somewhere else, and you just let your fingers do the walking. And oh my gosh, the workmanship. And then you just give it that little bit of a subtle movement. You just want to take it for a test drive, so to speak. You just really become aware of the movement of the piece. And that's so important in a bracelet, especially one like this, because I can guarantee you were going to wear this all the time. And you should. You absolutely should wear this all the time. This comes with a secure shield as well. So that's 2 years of worry-free wear where everything is covered. Secure Shield is waiting for you for every single piece that we offer. You can click on Secure Shield and see all the information. But you can also just pick up the phone and call the personal shoppers if you wanted to do that. 888-835-2237. It is time for you to explore your options with luxuriant lab-grown diamonds, because they are absolutely a game changer. There is no better time to buy one of these than right now. And just, you're looking for something where, you're living life, every minute counts, every moment counts. You want something that's luxurious, that's classic, that has a certain level of timeless elegance and sophistication. The Diamond Tennis bracelet is going to do that for you. So shop 12. Grab that one while you can, and congratulations, because that is such a smart, beautiful, beautiful choice. All right, coming up next, how about a whole bunch of diamonds all together? How about it? This one is also made in the U.S. So we have a production facility now here in the lower 48, and this one is made in the U.S. This one is 2.5 carats altogether. Only 9 pieces altogether, and you can buy this in the size that you need, because it's going to have that less than 4 millimeter width on the back, so it's going to be super, super comfortable. And from any angle, I mean, look how deep those diamonds go on the shoulders. I mean, we really created this one to spoil you. Yeah, we did. Okay, let's do it. Now, the top of the ring itself is only is going to be roughly, comparatively, about the size of a nickel. So it's very, very compact. It's going to be just about 5/8 or so in the diameter, so very comfortable. For 2.5 carats, two perfect. The luxuriant lab-grown diamonds get lots of 5-star reviews. So if you're giving the 5-star, thank you so much. When you get yours home, please go back and give it a review. That would be wonderful. Estimated retail on a piece like this, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. And I'm talking lab grown to lab grown, because a lot of retailers out there, they're not able to source directly. They don't source earth mine diamonds directly. They don't source lab grown diamonds directly. And they've been out and about for a while now in the retail marketplace, but there's still a certain amount of novelty. And a lot of folks are looking at, the color and clarity, GHSI, and they're just going crazy with the markup. We're going crazy with the savings and giving you, seriously, a diamond destination where you can buy the pieces in a way that makes sense. And you'll wear them all the time. You really will wear these all the time. I get a ton of compliments. You will. And I own both. I own earth mine diamonds and lab-grown diamonds. And I'll tell you something, the lab-grown diamonds, they just get noticed in a very good way. I mean, there's a certain elegance to these that you only get in super expensive naturally formed diamonds. But 9 of these remaining. Type in shop 13 down below. This number, shop 13, type it down below. We'll show you the entire photo album of this piece up close and personal. By the time you get this home, unwrap it, put it on your hand. This is an instant classic. Instant classic. Your price on this today, the regular price is $909. When you type in Live 25, they're only 9. Type in Live 25 for savings, shows up instantly. It goes from $909 to $682. Budget pay goes from $182, get ready, to $136. Come on, that's just an unbeatable deal. This is just one little size smaller, so I'm going to wiggle it off so I can show you what it looks like. But man, what a treasure. And get the fancy box. These usually come in a beautiful luxuriant box, which is kind of this beautiful dark green. It's such a rich, gorgeous color. So they make quite a presentation on their own. Honestly, you could put this in anything and it makes a splash. It's just, I should be showing it to you, and I'm just looking. I'm just like going, wow, that's gorgeous. Okay, shop 13 on that. Only 9 of those remaining. But yeah, that's a great deal. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. You know, we do these shows multiple times a day on a couple of different platforms. You can watch these absolutely free with no subscription whatsoever on YouTube. You can watch them on Instagram, on Facebook as well. But they're just really great ways to, maybe you just want to learn a little bit more. Maybe you're just in the tell me more phase of your diamond shopping career. This is a great place to start, because you're going to get some really just straightforward and honest conversation here. Okay. And I appreciate that. I hope you do as well. I'd love to hear from you, by the way. My name is Becky Booker. I'm the resident diamond downtown rockhound. So yeah, if there's something that I can help you with for diamonds or understanding the process, just drop it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Now, we're about to take a whole different direction here. First of all, the center stone is described as an octagon, which is perfectly normal, but a lot of times you may see that referred to as, this might be referred to as a radiant cut. Some will refer to it as a modified octagonal brilliant, but it's just beautiful. And you can see the fire. I mean, the fire on this one. Now, this one is set in platinum, okay? And we've got 6 of these. Platinum is sometimes the metal when you are making a jewelry purchase, and maybe it's a super important purchase, or maybe you just love knowing that you have a piece set in platinum. Not only is it incredibly gorgeous, but it's a very strong metal as well, and it's very high on the scale of skin friendly, so it's very hypoallergenic. It's one of those things that doesn't tarnish. It really doesn't change over time. I know a lot of brides today will scour different shops and maybe different vintage places just to buy an antique platinum mounting, because it's got that level of importance. You know, we really didn't have the capability on a mass market way to even refine platinum until the early 1900s. And that's why it was all the rage at the turn of the century, because it was one of those things that we could finally appreciate. There have been little bits of jewelry throughout the ages, and even in ancient times, where platinum is part of it, but it occurs very deep in the Earth's surface. It's about 30 times more rare than gold, and it's a metal that requires a tremendous amount of refinement. It has to go through heat refining. It has to go through acid baths. It has to go through lots and lots of steps in order to get it to its purest state possible. And this is 950 platinum, so these are 95 parts out of 100 platinum. It needs very few alloy, very little alloy to make it workable and strong for jewelry. So it's a very rich, luxurious experience. And again, if you're talking about rarity, it's one of those things that you sometimes you just want to know that you have that. Lots of industrial uses in competition for platinum and gold and silver. So in today's world, you're going to see luxury retailers featuring all of those, platinum and gold and silver, with very high price points. Welcome to common sense. Welcome to incredible value. Welcome to platinum that is the home of 2.5 carats of EVS diamonds. And I bet you this one has a grading report with it. You can check that out at Shop LC. Please type in Shop 14 to get all the details. You know, if you're window shopping or you're just shopping to learn, I mean, look at the elegance of that piece. And these have little shared prong settings along the way. Each of the diamonds in the halo are all going to be full cuts as well. All right, let's talk dollars. Let's talk cents. I mean, we're saying that a start price on this would probably be around 17 or 18,000, but I could definitely see how some luxury retailers would add another 10 grand to that, because I mean, the look of that. Look at that. All right, $2,698, and this one should be $3,174. It's already on clearance. because we have 6 of these remaining on clearance, okay? So we're going to take your clearance price of $26.98, and when you type in Live 25 and talk to Personal Shopper about sizing, type in Live 25, your price goes from $2,698 down to $2,024. You just saved from the start price of $3,100 down to $2,000. You just immediately racked up about $1,100 on the savings end of this deal. Then your budget pay goes from $539 down to $404. And you locked in that $135 savings on every single one of those 5 budget pays. Sometimes I'm driving into work, Tyler, I'm listening to things on the radio, and there'll be some places in the area which will say, "Hey, we're having a diamond sale. Come on in, everything in the store. 60 payments." I do the same. Tyler just automatically laughed. Honey, we're unscripted. Okay, Tyler had no way of knowing that was coming.
I would forget after the first 10.
Oh, no, you wouldn't forget. I mean, they would tell you 60 payments, and they might even say 60 interest-free payments. But Tyler, the minute that you were one blink of an eye late, all of that interest gets added, and all of that interest you have to pay. But
you'll never see it.
What's that?
You'll never see that.
But so you have a choice of 5 monthly payments and you own it forever, or a scenario like that, Tyler, where, and I do think about this, because 60 months is 5 years. So how long do I want to pay for something? What's my level of tolerance for making payments and making payments and making payments? I got can you tell I have a tiny attention span? You could probably tell already. But 5 payments of interest-free at $404. 5 interest-free payments of $404. Or 60 payments / 5 years where who knows the moment that you forget. And it's like a crapshoot. You're going to forget one unless you started. Listen, 5 years or 5 months. That's the bottom line. 5 years or 5 months. Okay. How long do you want to pay for it? $17,000, $18,000, $20,000 or 2024. That's the common sense thing. And I get it, guys. We run into that all the time, whether you're watching the live streams, the live shows. I get it. If you are sort of just starting, shopping around for jewelry, I get it. You're looking at that, you're going, there's no way that can be true. That is too good to be true. I totally get it. But I'm here to tell you, it's true. It's the real deal. It's the wow factor. And this is going to be one of those things where you say to yourself, finally, I can afford the good stuff. Finally, the good stuff can afford me. My daughter-in-law has a T-shirt that says, you say to yourself all the time, I love coffee. Well, she has a T-shirt that says, coffee loves me. And, I think of that kind of comparison on a day like today where I'm hopefully bringing you some deals that you just find irresistible. Hopefully these are dream come true deals. Okay, speaking of that, hello.
We got a few more we got to run through.
Okay. All right. Hello. All right, here we go. Diamond studs in white gold. You have 2 carats in each ear. Now that's a statement, my friends. Okay, 2 carats in each ear. You type in shop 15. We have 5 pairs of these. Your price goes from $2,119. You type in live 25 and your savings, you go from $424 on the budget pay to $317. So you go from $2,100 to $1,589. So you go from $2,119 down to $1,589. And that is a look. Okay, that is an incredible look. So yes, my friend, come on in and grab those while you can. We're going to go really quickly through the remainder of the items here. But I want to get them in. And remember, if you have any questions after the show wraps up, please reach out to the personal shopping team. They love to help make your jewelry dreams come true. This is a business of joy and celebration. And anything that we can do to help you along the way is just a distinct pleasure. All right. I gave you a little peekaboo about this at the beginning of the show. This one weighs in at 6.86 carats. And the way that it's done, seriously, it looks like 20 carats. All of those beautiful pear shapes are decorated with round and baguettes. And then you have diamond stations all the way around. And I'll show you what it looks like here on the side, but just absolutely gorgeous. This is all done, by the way, in sterling silver. So this is going to be an incredible deal. Everyday price at Shop LC is not $8,500 retail. Everyday price here is $1,584, free shipping, of course. So your budget pay before your live 25 is $317. By the way, we have 3 of these. This is 18 inches, but you also have 3 other jump rings. So you can wear this at a couple of different lengths, which is great. So if you're going to wear something strapless, something with a collar, something that requires a different neckline, you can easily adjust that. And it has a jumbo spring ring closure as well. Okay. Your price is $1,584.99 until you type in live 25, and then your price goes to $1,186. So your budget pay is $317 until live 25 takes over, and that drops your budget pay down to $317. I'm sorry, from $317 to $237. I can't even believe that's available. $237. But just absolutely gorgeous. On the neckline, it's a stunningly beautiful look. You know, you're shopping in the realm of what you would pay for cubic zirconia or white topaz or something else. You are certainly nowhere near what you would expect to pay for almost 7 carats of GSI1 Clarity diamonds. They are just absolutely gorgeous. Rare, beautiful, just rare color and clarity that will last forever. One for the gents coming up next. Classic gentleman styling. And right there in the center, you have a beautiful radiant cut diamond. Just absolutely gorgeous. Precise and brilliant. That's going to be EF color, VS clarity. I'm sorry, EF color, VS clarity. And it weighs in at a carat 25. Now, here you go. 4 5-star reviews. And we say gentleman's ring because it's got a lot of architectural design and because it's got a low setting, so you very rarely see any stones that sit on the top. But ladies, if any of those sizes work for you and you love these beautiful tailored designs, you better grab it, okay? We have 4 of these, and your price is $599. Estimated retail right around $3,000, which could be a little bit conservative, but let's get to the Shop LC savings. You can get this with the gold over the sterling silver or just the sterling silver, which probably is finished with rhodium. $599. When you type in Shop 17, your price goes down to $449. That's $150 savings. Your budget pay goes from $120 down to $89. That's amazing. So you save $30 on every single budget pay. Tyler, this is a look. This is a please park my car. This is a I'll see you in the boardroom. This is a yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
I love that diamond.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
What item do you want to finish on?
Which one?
Which one do you want to finish on? The bracelet?
Bracelet? Let's do the bracelet. Yeah, let's do the bracelet. All right. We're going to finish on this one because I love bracelets. We have 20 of these. So no. Hold on. We have 7, right? This is going to be Shop 18. All right. Shop 18. And the carat weight here is 7 carats. That, my friends, is wild, okay? And I'm the gemologist who's going to tell you if you want a 9-carat Fisher-filled ruby because of what it is and how it looks, then you get it because it fits your budget. And I'm telling you the same thing about lab-grown diamonds. You have an insert clasp with a beautiful design. This kind of has a chevron design as well, all the way around, but just gorgeous, okay? Almost 8 carats. We're starting out at $1,464.99. Which is crazy. The quality of diamonds that you would get in earth-fine diamonds for $200 a carat, you know, Tyler's going to look like something you would scrape out of the bottom of a birdcage. I mean, it's not going to be pretty. And that's where these are so incredible for us. Finally, this is a process that levels the playing field for how diamonds look. It's incredible. Your price right now, your budget pay is $293. Type in Shop 18, Shop 18, and your price goes down to $1,098, which is just about, it's almost $400. Your budget pay goes from $293 to $219. That's amazing. That's amazing. And this is available in size 7¼ inches. You have 2 figure-8 closures. I've been wearing this the whole show. It just feels absolutely luxurious. It looks so wow factor on the wrist. And I have to put it on backwards so you all can see it. But yeah, there we go. Look at how supple this is, Tyler. When a bracelet of this width and complication has that kind of flexibility so that it folds back on itself right there, you know that you're going to get lots and lots of wear. That flexibility is showing you how beautifully made this is. This is an incredible deal. All right, my friends, it is time for me to get on up and get out of here. We've got TikTok shows coming up. We've got all kinds of things coming up. The live stream shows happen multiple times a day, and you can watch us on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and there's never a fee or a cable subscription to watch those. So share the live streams with your friends and family. And more than anything, make your Monday a little bit magical. These prices are good for 48 hours, and I'm going to encourage you to get in on them while you can because these are all super limited. And if you're just joining us or you missed the show, go back and watch it or talk to personal shoppers. Their number is 888-835-2237. All right, my friend, that's Lab Grown Diamonds. I'm your downtown rock hound, and I want to say thanks so much for coming along for the stories and the sparkle. We love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.